Welcome to Tribal Tales, home of amazing stories. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on the notifications button. The lost prince has returned, and somewhere inside the palace, a killer is watching. Let's see how the story unfolds.
Morning arrived, but peace did not. Obinna had spent the entire night staring into the darkness. Every answer he received seemed to create even more questions. He was no longer just a palm wine tapper. He was Prince Chidubem, the child everyone believed had died, the rightful heir to the throne of Umuoma. And somewhere in the palace, someone had tried to erase him from history. By sunrise, the entire kingdom was talking. The story spread faster than wildfire. The sacred staff had chosen a common villager. The chief priest had bowed before him, and a royal mark had appeared on his wrist. Some believed it was a miracle. Others believed it was a curse. But everyone agreed on one thing. Nothing like this had ever happened before.
Inside the palace, Prince Kelechi watched the kingdom slipping away from him. For years, the people had spoken his name with admiration. Now, they spoke about Obinna. Every rumor felt like an insult. Every whisper felt like a betrayal. And the more people praised Obinna, the darker Kelechi's thoughts became. That evening, a visitor arrived. Not through the palace gates, not through the royal halls, but through a hidden passage known only to a few. A hooded figure stepped into Kelechi's chamber. The prince immediately recognized him. And from the look on Kelechi's face, this was no ordinary meeting.
That boy should have stayed dead.
For years, secrets had been buried beneath the palace. Secrets protected by fear. Secrets protected by silence. Now, those secrets were beginning to surface. The hooded man warned Kelechi that Obinna's existence threatened everything. The throne, the royal family, and people who had worked very hard to keep the truth hidden. Far from the palace, the chief priest arrived at Mama Ugo's hut. His expression was grave. The old priest knew danger was coming, because whenever destiny changed the course of history, powerful enemies always followed.
You must leave immediately. The palace already knows who you are.
For the first time in his life, Obinna left home not as a villager, but as a prince. Mama Ugo watched him disappear into the forest. Tears filled her eyes. She had protected him for 25 years. Now, she could only pray the gods would protect him too. Obinna was not alone. Unknown to him, armed men had already entered the forest. They carried no royal banners, no symbols, no signs of allegiance. But they had one mission: find Obinna and make sure he never reached the palace alive. The attack came without warning.
One moment, the forest was silent. The next, arrows flew through the trees. Obinna barely escaped. The attackers emerged from the shadows, masked, armed, deadly. But as they closed in, the sacred staff suddenly burst with golden light. The attackers froze. Fear filled their eyes, as though they had just witnessed something forbidden.
A deep roar echoed through the forest, not from any animal, but from something ancient, something sacred. Behind Obinna appeared the glowing image of a giant lion, the symbol of Umuoma's royal bloodline. The attackers fled in terror, leaving Obinna standing alone, more confused than ever.
As night approached, Obinna followed the staff deeper into the forest. Eventually, it led him to a place forgotten by time. An ancient tomb, hidden beneath centuries of vines and stone. A place nobody had visited for generations. Yet somehow, the staff knew exactly where to find it. Inside the tomb, Obinna discovered something extraordinary. A royal crown, ancient scrolls, and a stone tablet bearing the lion symbol. But one message stood above all others. A warning left behind long ago. A warning meant for the future king.
Obinna survived the attack. But the deeper he searches for the truth, the more dangerous it becomes. And if the king is not the enemy, then who is? Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one.